welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the LA Girl Holidays eyeshadow palettes. If you do want to see a review and a demo, then please keep watching. As a huge favor, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment anything down below. I greatly appreciate it. I read all the comments and I will do my best to reply back. I purchased 2 eyeshadow palettes from this collection and 1 lip gloss. Each eyeshadow palette retails for $14.99 at Ulta Beauty, but I paid $11.99 for these palettes when they were brand new on Ulta's website. I have no idea why the eyeshadow palettes went up in price. The lip gloss is currently on sale for $3.59, but I purchased this lip gloss for $4.79. I do want to read a little bit about the eyeshadow palettes on Ulta's website. It does say, you're invited to an unforgettable holiday glam with the LA Girl Holidays eyeshadow collection. 2 16 color eyeshadow palettes. Wait a second. Both eyeshadow palettes have 18 shadows, not 16. Maybe Ulta made a typo on their part. It goes on to say, transform your look with glimmering shimmers and velvety matte eyeshadows that will have you dazzling through the night. For today's look, I won't be using both eyeshadow palettes. I'll be using the pink palette. This palette is called the Holi Slay. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to review the black palette. This one is called the Holidays eyeshadow palette. Here's a closer look on what the packaging looks like. It says LA Girl 18 eyeshadows. On the back of the palette, there's some application tips. You have the ingredients. This has a 36-month shelf life. Down at the bottom, it states that it was designed in the USA, but it was made in China. Then you have a picture of the eyeshadows with the shade names. This just comes out like this. It's a plastic sleeve. Here's what the actual eyeshadow palette looks like. You can feel the texture of the glitter speck. I wish they would have added a plastic cap. Knowing me, the glitter specks are going to fall off this eyeshadow palette. And then again, here's what the back looks like. Here's what all 18 shadows look like. It does come with a decent sized mirror. Let me remove this plastic. The first shade in the palette is called Bliss. Very soft in the pan. I wasn't able to find shade descriptions online. The next shade is called Pink Please. That shade is very pretty. Next up, we have Charm. The shade names on the palette are starting to rub off, which is weird. The next shade is called Glitzy. The next shade is called Bashful. I'm gonna go over the shade in Bashful with a second layer. Last shade in the top row is called RSVP. Wow, that shade is very pigmented. So pretty. The first shade in the second row is called Bubbly. The next shade is called Glowing. Next shade is called Nice. Again, you can see the shade name is rubbing off. Next up, we have the shade in It Girl. Wow, that's very pigmented. The second to last shade in the second row is called Too Glam. Another pigmented shadow. The last shade in the second row is called Cozy. The first shade in the bottom row is called Joyful. I'm gonna go over the shade in Joyful with a second layer. Next up, we have Wish List. Again, I'm going to go over the shade in Wishlist with a second layer. Next up we have OMW, which means On My Way. The next shade is called Fam, ILY. The second to last shade is called Why Not. Wow, that's super pigmented. The last shade in the palette is called Sultry. Another pigmented shade. Here's what all 18 shadows look like swatched on the back of my hand. Now we're going to create a look using this palette. Taking a clean fluffy brush, I'm going to dip into the shadow in OMW, going back and forth in the crease with this shade. That shade is super pigmented. I did not have to dip back in for more product. Using that same brush, I'm going to dip into the shadow in Nice, blending that shadow right below the first shade. Applying that shade really brightened up the eye look. Using my finger, I'm going to dip into the shadow in Glitz, packing that all over the lid. That shade is gorgeous. I'm getting a little bit of fallout, but that's totally fine. Taking a flat brush, I'm going to dip into the shadow in Glitz once more, going over any of the areas my finger missed. Taking a clean flat brush, I'm going to dip into the shadow in Pink Please, applying this in my inner corner. That really brightened up the eye look. I think that's all I'm going to do for the eyes. For mascara, I'm going to apply the Lash Princess from Essence. It's the one in the green tube. This one is called the False Lash Effect Mascara. I purchased this with the same order. This mascara has been hyped up everywhere. I wanted to see what all the hype was all about. Let's apply this mascara. So far, I'm liking this mascara. It's giving me length. Wow, this mascara is a 10 out of a 10. It's kind of similar to the Rare Beauty Volumizing Mascara, which I love. For lips, I'm going to apply the LA Girl Iridescent Shiny Lip Gloss. Here's a closer look on what the packaging looks like. It's similar to the eyeshadow palette. On top of the packaging, it says LA Girl Iridescent Shiny Lip Gloss. Mine came a little bit damaged in the mail, but that's totally fine. On the back of the packaging, you have the ingredients. It has an 18-month shelf life, and it states it was made in China. I'm glad this part comes apart so I can just toss this in the trash. And here's what the actual lip gloss tube looks like. I like the cap on the packaging. The cap has those glitter specks, but I can't feel the texture like I could on the eyeshadow palette. It has that clear glaze over it, which I appreciate. We had 0.14 ounces of product, or 4 grams. I'm not sure if my camera's gonna pick up on what it says in the middle. It just says LA Girl Iridescent Lip Gloss. Here's what the applicator looks like. It's a little bit slanted. It does have a vanilla scent to it. It smells really good. The gloss is clear, but it has shimmer specks. I'm gonna press my lips together to see if I can feel any of the shimmer. I can't feel the shimmer specks on my lips. Here's what everything looks like. My final thoughts on this eyeshadow palette is that I really do like the quality of the eyeshadows. They're super soft and buttery in the pan. They blend out very easily. The shimmers in this palette are very pigmented, and so are the matte shadows. $14.99 is definitely a great price for the quality if you want to pay full price for it. I would wait until it goes back on sale for $11.99. I definitely think this palette would be a great transition from day to night, and you have great matte shadows. The only thing I don't like about this palette is the packaging. This texture is gonna get everywhere. There's already some glitter specks on my desk. I wish LA Girl would have added a clear plastic on top or a clear glaze like they did with the lip gloss cap. I forgot to swatch it on the back of my hand so you guys can see what it looks like. I just went on and applied it on my lips. Here's what the lip gloss shade looks like. It's really pretty, and again, it does have a little bit of sparkle. For under $4, I really do like this lip gloss shade. It smells really good and it's not sticky. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.